Thank you so much, Dr. S.N. Sasidharan Karta, for having joined us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request Mr. Vijay Shivtare, Honorable Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs and Water Resources, Government of Maharashtra, to join me on stage for a few minutes. Do we have Mr. Vijay with us? Our chief guest. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for sir. Sir, if we could have you to say a few words, please.
Good evening to everybody, all distinguished guests, all award winners, and all office bearers of IVC Corporate Awards 2017 and the associate companies of them. First, I congratulate all the companies who have got these prizes. Getting prizes is an appreciation of work which we have done. But at the same time, it is a new burden to you to perform better. So we all expect you should perform further more better. We were all expecting since last 2-3 years. You all know that China is being called as a factory of the world. We were expecting through this Make in India program that all investments to come into India and we should become the factory of the world, because all the talents, all facilities which we are giving now is almost world-class facilities, and the plannings are accordingly. Ease of doing business, licensing, we all planned accordingly. But we all know it is a worldwide recession. But definitely, I hope, as I heard just now from gentleman, I don't know, I just not remember the name. What's the name? Shantidharan Karta. You have developed your own technology for titanium. I really, honestly, sincerely congratulate you all, because this is all import substitute materials. You are expecting to all over the world. As you all know, all researchers or scientists, basically 70 to 80% are all from India. Though the companies are based from different companies, but the brains behind them, almost 60 to 70% are Indians. Like you take the example of NASA everywhere. And the best example which I have seen in my last 10 years of political life, telecommunication. I was there in the industry and I was doing this pollution control plants, effluent treatment plants all over India. And in till 1993, I used to do that business. When I used to go anywhere like Karnataka, I was there in ITC Agrotech. Right from Mantralaya, I have to come to Raichur, near about some 70 kilometers, for giving one call in Mumbai to my office. Now today the situation is even a farmer who is there in the absolutely remote area, he sits on his farm or at hill and then he calls up a person at America too. So this is all big revolution because of one person, one brain named Sam Pitroda. We all expect such type of changes. We all expect your all efforts towards that direction. I hope sky is the limit, because as everybody says all over the world, After China, we are the biggest market in whole world, 125 crore people. So everywhere there's a good chance. You go into the commodity, you go into the steels, you go into the textiles, you go into chemicals, you go into any of the field. Market is not the problem. And if one will think about MNCs who are doing business over here, like a lot of South Korean companies are coming to us and they're saying that we are giving you the loans with 1% and return for 40 years. But the condition is, whatever that work which you are doing, like a smart cities, metros and all airports, we want that all the contracts should be there. Principal contractors should be we. The reason is, though they don't have infrastructures, money, cash flows and all, they don't have work in their countries. They all are coming here. What we really expect, we should somehow see this sort of a work our companies should be in position to do, and that all monies which are going to MNCs and the businesses which are going to MNCs, we all can do it, at least with the collaborations and all. I once again congratulate all the winners, Himanshu Kaushik, and all their teams. I really am thankful to all of them as they have invited me, and there was a good evening to see you all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now request Mr. Hemant Kaushik and our chief guest, Mr. Vijay Shivtare, to kindly join us back on stage for our next set of awards. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause. I know, sir, it's a small walk, and you're going to be coming up and down. Could we have a huge round of applause? And thank you. Thank you so much. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, for our India's #1 Brand Awards 2017, our next phase. First up, India's #1 ethnic fashion brand goes to Libas Riaz Ganji. Could we have Mr. Riaz Ganji, Mrs. Reshma Riaz Ganji, and Mr. Nishant to join us on stage? Since they are not here right now with us, we're going to be moving on to our next award. India's Best Bollywood Dance Choreographer goes to Mr. Sandeep Soparkar. Could we have a huge round of applause as Mr. Sandeep Soparkar? And could I also request Ankita Dolawar to join us on stage? Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause and congratulations to India's Best Bollywood Dance Choreographer, Mr. Sandeep Soparkar. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a huge, huge round of applause. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a huge, huge round of applause. And congratulations, Sandeep, for having won India's Best Bollywood Dance Choreographer. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, India's #1 educational university, and it goes to Alliance University. Ladies and gentlemen, could we have Mrs. Tina to join us from Alliance University? Could we have a huge round of applause as ma'am joins us on stage? India's #1 educational university goes to Alliance University, everyone. Congratulations. India's #1 TMT bars goes to Indus 555 TMT. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request Mr. S.S. Shrikant, CEO, to kindly join us on stage. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations to Indus 555 TMT for being India's #1 TMT bars. Thank you so much, Mr. Shrikant, for having joined us, and congratulations on the same. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, India's #1 Ayurvedic female health tonic goes to Hem Pushpa. Ladies and gentlemen, could we have Mr. Anil Kumar Jain, who is not right now with us, but could I have Mr. Shantanu Jain, who would be joining us on stage? Do we have Shantanu Jain from Hem Pushpa right here? So as Sir is not present, we're going to be moving on to our next award. India's #1 Civil Services Coaching Institutes goes to Kautalya Academy, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, could we have Mr. Shridhant Joshi, Managing Director, Mr. Ashendra Mishra, Director, Mr. Manmohan Joshi, CEO, Mr. Sunil Tiwari, National Coordinator. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for India's #1 Civil Services Coaching Institute, Kautalya Academy. Once again, heartiest congratulations to India's #1 Civil Services Coaching Institute, Kautalya Academy, everyone. And thank you so much, gentlemen, for having joined us on stage. Let's give it up a huge round of applause for the entire team of Kautalya Academy, and congratulations once again. Ladies and gentlemen, India's #1 fashion brand goes to Scotland Jeans. Could we have, with a thunderous round of applause, Mr. Sanjay, Managing Director, and Mr. Shashi, Head Brand Development, to join us on stage from Scotland Jeans. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for our gentlemen, and thank you so much for having come on this prestigious awards today. At the Glitterati Scotland Jeans. Congratulations for being India's #1 fashion brand. Thank you so much. Thank you, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, India's #1 Management Institute goes to Karunya School of Management. Ladies and gentlemen, could I have Dr. J. Clement Sudhar to join us, who's the head of Karunya School of Management out here. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Dr. J. Clement. Congratulations, sir. India's #1 kitchen appliance brand goes to Boss. Ladies and gentlemen, could we have Mr. Prashant Gala, Joint Managing Director, and Mr. Hitesh Joshi, Director, Sales and Marketing, to join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge, huge round of applause. Congratulations to our gentlemen for being India's #1 kitchen appliance brand, Boss. And thank you so much for having joined us on stage today. Ladies and gentlemen, India's #1 incense sticks brand goes to Tiranga Agarbatti. Ladies and gentlemen, could we have the Managing Director, Mr.